Oh my God, I think that everybody has been introduced except maybe her, my baby girl. That's your sweet baby girl. Yeah, we found her. She was a little old kitten. She was a little old kitten on the side of the road on the big old Westheimer in Fondren. It's like 7 lanes intersected by 5 lanes right there. She was down there in the sidewalk in the grass crying. And so I opened my car door and she ran right over to my car and climbed in. We were just going to get her, raise her old enough to get her fixed and stop the cycle and find out something to do with her, but by the time I actually got her old enough to get her fixed and taken care of, I couldn't let her go. Yeah, that's my sweet baby girl. She's probably only about 2.5, 3 years old. She's a sweet baby girl. Yeah, and she's the one that I worry about the most because they're so spoiled here. They get so much love and affection, and if I were to be gone in the next couple of weeks, I don't know what would happen to her, and she's still young. I hate to think about her. You know, if I were to pass away and not be here, then she would not know where I was at or why I wasn't coming home or when I was coming home or whatever. And I struggle with that. I've dealt with this abandonment my whole life, and so I have a super sensitive compassion for that feeling, and so pretty much, want to die here where she can see me and know that I'm dead and not be waiting for me to come back, and she'll know that I'm gone. And maybe there's somebody out there that'll come and take this sweet baby girl. Yeah, she's a sweet girl. She says, I'm so sweet, I don't get in no trouble. I'm a really, really good girl. I eat a little too much. I'm like a bowling ball because I eat so much, but I'm a good girl. I just eat old regular cat food. Don't cause no trouble. I don't tear nothing up. I don't make a mess. I'm just a sweet little baby girl. Yeah, that's my little princess. Or you can call her whatever you want to. She's a good giddy. The others, if they were to be put down or whatever, there's my gray boy. He's 17, and he's really, really barely hanging on. And the other one is 15 or so. He's also pretty much at the end of his lifespan, and there's another one running around here, the red one. He's also sick. I found him sick. He was half starved to death and almost starved to death. He was just skin and bones. He was emaciated, and it was cold and wet outside. He was soaking wet, freezing, starved to death. He has no front claws. He's been fixed, but how he ended up outside, not able to take care of himself, find food or whatever. And I brought him in, and he's got some problems with his mouth that I can't afford to get him fixed. I got some medicine for him, some antibiotics, and trying to treat that and see if I can get it to heal. The first antibiotic cycle he went on really worked good. His demeanor changed, and he was playing with this little girl. They were chasing each other around the house. They were really, really happy, and he was playing and talking, and then I used all the medicine, and a couple of days later, he started to exhibit signs of this pain in his mouth again, and so I was able to get him another cycle of that. We're going to start that today and try to maybe get a control of this thing in his mouth as he pulls one kibble at a time out of the bowl and just swallows them like a pill. So, you know, if he were to be put down, I mean, it's questionable whether he's going to make it or not anyway. And I certainly don't want him living and suffering in pain, but this little girl is so sweet, and she's going to need somebody. I'd hate to think of her having to be put down. And I don't know what happens when they come into your place and find you dead. I don't know what they do with your pets. I don't know what they do with your pets, but for a long time, and there's been several times in the past where I've been, you know, at the brink, and the thought of abandoning these animals has been a saving grace for me many, many times. But, you know, like I said, at this point, I've rationalized a lot of that, and that, you know, the others are so old that they've been well taken care of and lived a long, full life, and it brought me hours and days and years of enjoyment and companionship. I don't ever really, have never been married or anything, so I've never even been engaged to anybody, so I don't have any real close connection with other people. I'm by myself 99% of the time, and these animals have been so good to me. They're getting, you know, where I can't take care of myself, so I don't know, you know, with that point arrives that I can't get out of bed and do anything anymore. I'm not going down there to be in a nursing home at the VA, and I don't even want to go down to the hospital anymore. They mistreated me so bad, and every time I go down there, nothing changes, so I don't even know why I go down there anymore. But, you know, I'm fighting for my life, and, you know, trying to do everything I can to make it past this, but it's not working. And I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know if I'll last a year, but, you know, I'm just doing this to raise awareness that the VA is doing a terrible job down there taking care of people, and lies and deceit. There's training trainees down there. There's no doctors with real practical experience. They get these doctors from Pakistan and India and Iraq, and you know, it seems to be that those people have no compassion for veterans at all, and care less what we're going through. It's probably why so many veterans commit suicide. They're just not as stupid as I am. I'm stupid enough to think that you know, that Congress is going to do something, or somebody's going to do something, but, you know, that's, I've been working, you know, I've contacted Ted Cruz's office, basically told me, you know, go to Harris County, get a gold card, and that's just the way the system is, live with it. I asked to talk to Ted Cruz directly. Was told, you know, that I could submit this request online to talk to him through a scheduling service that would schedule a call, speak with him. That was intercepted by his regional director, who told me, you know, to go to Harris County for health care. Nothing they could do for the VA. There's too many people in Texas for the center to help everybody. I went to this Culberson's office and you know, reported to him that the VA has dropped the ball. They're not providing me with the contract for my apartment that it was supposed to have. I ended up getting kicked out of that apartment early because I didn't have a lease signed down there. It was month to month, even though that's against regulations to be month to month. How all that got messed up, but it ended up, coming all back on me. And the head of the VA's HUD badge down there, Mr. Polino, could care less. That's his employees that lied to me and misled me and gave me bad advice, despite having paid my rent on time every time, and not having any problems. Moved out of that place. It was cleaned out and no issues with any of that. But it came back, $700-800 on me. And also was, I could just go on and on. This wasn't about that. This was about baby girl here, my little princess. She's such a sweet baby girl. She's so sweet and gentle. Maybe somebody can find a home for her when I die. Merry Christmas.